people are good, right? You might be looking at me and saying, hey, this guy isn't good. Most of us look around and we think most people are bad. But to be honest, most people are just average, trying to get by, get from A to B, and do the best they can each day, right? But here's the truth I wanted to share with you. If there is good, and if there's bad, and there's average, who sets that standard? I mean, if we set our own standard, right, we would compare ourselves to somebody really bad, and then we would look really good, right? But I want to throw a question out at you. What if these three different types of people were standing at the gates of heaven and God came out? Which one would he let in? The good person, the bad person, or just the average person? Here's the truth of the matter. God sees all of us exactly the same. None of us are no different. You see, the Bible says this, all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. We've all done something that offends God. I've lied, I've stolen, I've committed adultery. I haven't always put God first. Those are just 4 of the 10 commandments. I've broken them all. So I'm in trouble. And anybody else here that's ever lied, you're in trouble, right? So how do we get right with God? How do we stand there at the gates of heaven and say, God, let me in? It's just simple. The Bible says that God so loved you and I that he sent his son, Jesus, into the world.
Kill him. Let's kill our son.
Well, he came here to die for our sins.
Yeah, let's kill our children.
Now, either we can pay for...
Well, what truth? Was that
either we can pay for our own sins.
He kills his kids.
Or we can have somebody else pay.
Then you carry around that guilt the rest of your life. Or you live your life with freedom instead of some.
So why do we have a conscience that tells us what's right and
why are
wrong?
you a servant to a person? You shouldn't be a servant. You should be your own master. You should be your own God.
Why does our...
You should control your own life.
It would be nice to be your own God, and then you could set your own standard, right?
You're able to have
But
standards
God
for yourself.
says
Create your own morals. Don't live by someone else's
there
morals.
is a standard.
Live by your own morals.
There's a standard, and it's called holiness and righteousness.
Thank you, sir.
And the Bible says this, only a fool says there's no God. The Bible says that clearly.
You're going to create a document that only makes you the supreme leader. You're not going to let anyone else believe you. That's why Islam makes everyone else kill each other. That's why Judaism makes everyone kill each other. And that's why Christianity makes everyone kill each other. Because they justify it by saying that, oh, I killed my only son. Well, that's
sin is what kills each other.
Isn't that good enough?
Sin is what caused. It's easy to point the finger at God. That happened way back in the Garden of Eden. What did Adam do when God says, why did you eat from that tree? He said, God, it's that woman you gave me. You know, we point our fingers at everybody else. It's their fault. Why have you ever told a lie?
Of course.
Why do you do that?
Because
is that God's fault?
It's easy. Taking the easy way out is always the easier way.
It's always the easier way.
Believing that there's nothing
but
there.
the Bible says there's only one.
It's harder to believe.
Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father.
I know, that kills most of the population of the world. How much hatred is that? Killing most of the rest of the world because of your own belief.
Here's what the Bible says. In order to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must admit that you're a sinner,
and hatred.
And you must confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and put your trust and faith in Him. Friends, I've got a booklet here. I don't want your money, but I want you to ask this question.
Of course, they never want your money.
I don't want your money. I don't care about
it. They never want your money.
Where will you spend eternity? Will you spend it with a God that loves
Christian? Have you been to atheist? Have you been to atheist? Have you been to atheist? I've been to Christian. I've been to atheist. Never. Once you go atheist, you won't go back. Once you go atheist, keep repeating that. I've already worked the church. I've already been in the church. You've been in that. You're a best enough, right?
No problem. God gets the glory.